Hello everybody, we're in a jam. We have no inventory objects. We are trapped.
There are some controls in here.
This could be a good way to get your
That
arms
spinning
fucked
wheel
up.
should be good enough to... Good. I managed to cut the tape that was tying my hands. Now I just have to figure out how to get out of here. Dannazione, my nose. It started to bleed again. If I don't want to pass out like a little girl, I better fix my nose as soon as possible. Some pieces of tape. Illegal booze. The end of Prohibition convinced all the mob bosses to... Greta's handkerchief. If I hadn't had it with me, they would have never found out about her. That ogre would have probably beaten me to a pulp, but at least the girl would have been safe. Given the situation, I don't think that Greta will be offended if I use her handkerchief to stop
Wait, it's
the
not
bleeding.
bloody anymore.
First, I need to disinfect it and find a way to keep it on my nose. If I want to use it, tape will be...
Okay.
Considering that they are mobsters before beating me up.
Oh. Oh.
The gun isn't there. At least they left the most important thing.
What, the booze? Of course.
A drop of rye was just what I needed, but I still have to try to fix myself up as soon as possible. These crates contain peat. I can't think... It's the distillation system.
Ah.
Pretty strange thing.
I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do here, so I'm just kind of guessing at the moment. Whatever it is, it's not that. I may have to look around for more context.
I can't...
Oh, he fell through the wall.
If I don't want...
Alright, buddy. Calm down.
The gun, at least... A drop of rye, but I still... Given the first... Sean's rye will...
I don't know about that, but whatever.
Tape will be perfect. Yes.
I mean, It's technically alcohol, but I
Now it's better, but I doubt that the bandage will hold for long. I must get out of here. Hey, is anybody there?
Hey, investigator! You in here?
John, is that you?
Who you want? Son?
How the hell did you get here?
I look for you in Ellis Island. So I go back to your friend in club.
You went?
Yes, your friend. But when I get to joint, I see her and girl.
Dannazione.
I decide to follow the car here. But man from the port met a woman and two guys.
Do you know where they went?
I don't know.
Can you find a way to get me out of here?
No, only entrance is this shelter.
Where are we?
Oh, but you in my town. Chinatown!
I'm going to...
Okay.
I'm sure that whoever set up the...
I think I'm supposed to recreate this over here. Which would mean that this is this. This is this. There we go.
I was sure that there was some kind of a secret. Part of this panel is burned. Of the many advices my mother gave me when I was little, I definitely remember the one in which I think I'll continue.
Alright. If you want to be a baby about it.
Rusted hooks and I'll take one of them. I took a couple. They could come in handy.
You said you take one, then you said you took a couple.
Barrels full of bitumen that is now solid. I don't need... It's so dark in here,
Oh, good grief. You have a flashlight.
Welcome on board, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, no. No! What is it with adventure games and mazes? You know it's the end near the end of the game when they have a freaking maze at the end of the game. Why?
It looks like the pipe...
So I don't know what that did, but we're gonna go back and see. Okay, I'm gonna follow the piping. This is ridiculous.
Fantastic. I wander around the sewers of New York only to find out that the only way to get out of here is a staircase. It's the gauge that now it's a little collection. According to what's written here, this basin, if the pressure in the pipes becomes... It looks like some sort of floating bridge. One of the barrels that makes it float seems to have come undone. Pretty hard to use a floating bridge when you don't have anything to let it float on. Moreover, one of the barrels is unhooked. Yes, I think the rope is long enough to... It seems to work. I even have part of the rope.
Okay. Well, that'll be important. I really hope there's not some inventory object I have to find in this frickin' maze. All I'm gonna do is look for the pipe valves, and that is it. I mean, this is seriously one of those things that developers do in adventure games that I feel like they do it because it's one of those traditions of adventure games that every adventure game from the 90s has a maze in it, but they never stopped to consider if that was something that games needed. Because they don't. Well, there's two. I'm gonna go hunt. I'm gonna go see if I can find a shortcut to the third. Yep, there's the third. Alright, so that actually could have ended up being a little good for the playthrough, not super long. Oh, right. We'll just go to the right now. I think those were just 3 pipes that we had to do. Alright, good.
It should work.
Ta-da! Oh, how convenient.
Wow. You like magician that disappear?
Right. When this is all over, I'll try to find a job with the
Yikes.
circus.
What you want to do now? You don't think I better call police?
Given how things are unfolding, I'd say that the police wouldn't help much. Do you know where the car with the girl is headed?
No. When I arrive, I hear only...
A ferry. Where's your cab?
Cab park too? I was afraid the man from port would...
That's
what
the
I'm
first
thinking.
good idea today.
I always full of good...
Sure. Maybe I know where...
Where?
While I was being used as a punching bag, I heard Victoria say something about a plane she had to catch. They definitely won't be leaving from the main airport. No matter how many connections they have in New York, a girl can't get on board without someone asking questions. So they must have picked a much more discreet airport. And I'm sure that the ferry that you heard them talking about is the same one I found the ad for in Victoria's office. So they're headed to Glen Cove.
Wow.
Not good enough. Even if I know that they're going to Glen Cove, I don't have any idea which airport they went to. If I only had a map.
I have map.
You have a map with you?
Certainly, I drive cab.
John, I'm starting to think that you're not as useless as I thought.
You always have something nice to say, huh?
Give me the map.
Here.
I don't see any. I don't see anything. I don't see anything.
What? That says Glen Cove.
I don't see. I don't see. I don't see. I don't see anything. I don't see any. Here it is, MacArthur Airport. There aren't any other airports for miles. If I take the Northern Boulevard, I should get there in less than 2 hours. Considering the time it takes with the ferry, they must still be traveling. John.
You know well.
Maybe, but I need you to do me a favor.
I think this...
I need you to call a certain Violetta Moore and ask him to go to the museum in Central Park.
We know get...
Yes, but I'll go alone.
And how you plan?
With your cab.
You want me?
Yes, you can't come where I have to go.
Not a question.
If I have to, I'll take it by force.
Damn it, you have me arrested today. Kidnapped good. This is...
Tomorrow morning, if everything goes well, you'll find it parked on the Lower East Side.
And if not...
I'll be dead. And one of the advantages of being dead is not having to apologize to upset cab drivers for their destroyed cabs.
Okay. Cab only thing I have.
Relax. I'll treat it like it were mine.
I not feel better.
Remember to call Violetta Moore.
Violetta Moore.
Good. It's time to go stop an airplane. The dawn lights up the hills of Glen Cove, while the cab is swallowed up by the shadows of the sequoias that surround the highway.
He could have just had the
After
cab
a
driver
mile of twists
drive him there and
turns,
then run
a blue
off.
sign tells me that I'm close. I leave the cab a quarter of a mile from the airport, hidden among the trees, and go the rest of the way by foot, for safety's sake. Marzetti, I'm coming to even up the score.
We never did find out who the Congregation of Five member was going to be, did we? I thought maybe it was going to be Smiley. But it was not, because he
Oscar.
works for Marzetti.
Have you seen Diaz? If you see her, don't let on that you've seen me. I plan on having a chat with our guest, and I don't want Diaz underfoot. While I entertain myself with the pretty redhead, you stay here, and if you see someone...
A redhead. He was definitely talking about Greta, so they brought her here, too. I have to find a way into the airport.
I'm gonna save once again, because now we're in a fraught with danger situation here. There's gonna be, like... Oh wait, hey, there's a crowbar.
I'll take it.
I don't think...
This trinket will definitely come in handy.
It'll come in handy, but it's not gonna come in handy against Oscar, I don't think. Unless I have some way of hitting him with it that doesn't involve direct
Flight plan.
contact.
Dated, it says a lot. It's fine. This room had to be some sort of... I don't think that Oscar would let me go if I showed him a face.
Ooh, is this a thing I can climb?
Those are downspout. I'll attract Oscar's attention by making some noise with these pipes. If I hide in the room next door, I might...
Okay. Great job.
I had to walk half a mile on foot. It looks like a hurricane went through. I don't see how... No, it doesn't... I don't see... No clue. I don't see... No, No, it does. I'm not going to.
Okay.
No clue. I don't see. I don't. No. No. I don't see. No clue. No, it does. No clue. No.
You're always with the no, no, no. It's yes and. I noticed I've had these
The
keys
of the car of the office.
and they've served no purpose. Can I lockpick Oscar?
No. I don't think that. I don't see how. I don't see how I. No clue. No.
Yeah, I don't have the gun.
I don't see. No clue. I don't see. No. No. No clue. I don't see. No. No.
I don't have any money either.
I don't see. I don't see. No.
Maybe you could like drop money on the ground.
If I go any, as long as he's still. No. No. I don't see how. No. I don't. No. Yes, the light from this flashlight. Once he's inside, I shouldn't have any problems hitting him with the crowbar.
Okay. Blanc.
Good. With what the? My gun. Oscar had it with him. Good. Even passed out, that guy is still dangerous. If he woke up,
Okay.
yes, tying him with these ropes should stop him from causing any damage if he wakes up. Okay, I got the flashlight back, tied up Oscar. I hope no one comes looking for him. If they don't see him I'd say it's better to hurry now that...
Alright, we're through that part.
I don't know who's in there. It seems like...
You're a stinker of a man, Edward.
I don't understand this hostility towards me. I'd like to remind you that most of what you've got because of me.
If you're talking about that sick feeling that I get when I hear your name, yes, that's all because of you.
What a sharp tongue.
Don't.
Once upon a time, you liked...
Once upon a time, too naive to understand what a bastard you are.
So I'm a bastard. You didn't feel that way when I gave you the money to keep that stupid bar for losers open.
You didn't give me that money for free. You used it to buy my youth.
Everything has a price. You just have to figure out what...
Even the life of a girl?
To tell the truth, that girl belonged to us well before your detective found her.
She's just a kid. She doesn't belong to anyone.
Don't let appearances fool you. That girl is more dangerous than you can imagine.
How dangerous could a kid be?
I don't know. I'm not interested in these things. I'm just interested in what they might give me for her.
Money. Everything boils down to money for you.
Not this time. There's something more interesting than money.
What?
Sweetheart, you'd do well to keep your nose out of this, or you'll end up like your detective.
Jack? Where is he now?
Don't worry. Your little friend is safe. Not feeling too well, but safe. Even if I can't guarantee that he'll stay that way for long.
You're a bastard, Edward.
Calm down. I don't want to blush with all these compliments. Anyway, my dear little flying Dutch girl, I have some business to take care of now, so have a nice stay in this room, made up just for you.
Coward.
Off he goes.
Greta's behind the... Greta's...
Oh, use the keys.
No.
No, we know what time it is.
No.
What? Oh.
Greta. Greta.
Jack. How did you get here?
Long story. We don't have time now. I have to find Emily before the plane takes off.
Emily?
Yes, that's the girl's name.
How do you know that?
You won't believe me, but it came to me in a dream.
What are you planning to do?
If I find a way to distract them, I can get Emily without anyone seeing. When they find out what happened, we'll be far away.
And how are you planning to leave this place?
John's cab is parked about a half-mile from here, but I need your help.
I won't be of much help locked up in this place.
Don't worry, I'll find a way to get you out.
Okay.
I'm going.
Jack,
What?
I guess you heard the conversation between me and Marcetti.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I should have told you.
Greta, there's nothing to explain.
I know.
Greta, we don't have time now. We have to get Emily off that damn airplane.
You're right.
What's to explain? Just the fact that he helped her bar?
The airport control... Impossible. That's the same guy I saw in my dream. His presence here is anything but reassuring. That guy wouldn't think twice about... I'll bet that if I could just... This must be the antenna for radio. Right now?
Alright, let's save. Let's talk to the Turk.
I don't think...
Oh.
Too bad I left my cop...
My crowbar the door?
Yes, I just...
Jack, the thing with Marcetti was a long time ago. I was one of the many dancers that worked at his joints in Little Italy. We shared a few words every so often, but nothing more. Then one day, my old man got sick. This strange disease he picked up during the war that seemed to have been dormant until then. With the money I was making, I was barely managing to pay for the treatments that he needed, but his joint was losing money. So I asked Edward for help. The money I needed was nothing for him. He gave it to me without any problems. But I had no idea about what would have happened afterwards. I became his property. My life was his. I never said anything to my old man. Proud as he was, he would have killed himself rather than see his daughter in that situation. But he died a few years later when his disease got worse. I left my career as a dancer and I focused on the red tulip, the thing my father loved the most. Edward didn't call me anymore. He'd probably bought a younger woman and wasn't interested in me anymore. I was free, but I had no reason to be happy.
Greta, we all have things that we do in our lives that we aren't proud of. You don't need to explain yourself. Certainly not to me. I'm just one of the many losers that come into your joint to ruin his liver.
Jack, you know how I feel about you.
Women and gambling. If you think you know anything about either, it won't be long before you step in it.
Just this once, can you set your cynicism aside?
It's not cynicism, kid. It's just my way to survive.
Jack. Jack.
Uh-oh.
Jack!
Dun 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 dun.
McLean, we're here.
Good.
Nicholas said that the professor is hidden inside the museum, top floor, room 13. The back door was left open. You shouldn't have any problems, but keep your eyes well open anyway.
I'll keep that in mind.
We'll be waiting for you here.
I won't be long. The others are waiting.
Well, I know what I have to do in order to not cause a paradox. Shoot a bullet in the door to open it.
Well, I don't want to waste time with locked doors.
I'll just open it my way.
Oh, we're at the 30-minute mark. There's probably one episode left in this game, so come on tomorrow and you'll see the ending to Face Noir. Grab a snack and we'll be right back.